Hey, it is Whitney K, business coach, marketing agency owner, and your host of the Uno Mas podcast, where overwhelmed female entrepreneurs and founders come to get real, actionable advice on how to ditch burnout and build a business that actually works for them. Here you'll access tips, proven strategies, and unfiltered conversations with industry leaders. If you are tired of paying premium prices for those all-in-one platforms that don't quite fit your business, this is the episode for you because I'm pulling back the curtain as to why I left Stan's store and built a more efficient, cost-effective tech stack using simple tools like ManyChat, ThriveCart, and Reclaim.ai. We're going to dive all into it, and by the end of this episode, you're going to know whether or not Stan's store is meant for you in your business or if going an alternative route is better suited. Let's go ahead and dive right in. Okay, if you have been on Instagram for, I want to say the past couple months, then you have more than likely gone to a creator, clicked their link in bio, and seen Stan Store. It is like all the craze right now, all these digital creators, all these service providers, all these course creators are really creating their Stan stores to deliver their services, provide booking or scheduling links, and deliver their digital goods or their digital products. A great platform. It really, really is. But I've decided to not use it for many reasons. And many of those reasons we are going to discuss here in this episode today. And the reality check is the fact that sometimes these all-in-one platforms aren't always the best for each person. They can really be enticing specifically for the entrepreneur or the person that is interested in entrepreneurship, but doesn't know where to get started because these platforms like Stan Store make it super easy to get going. The templates are very easy to maneuver. It's very easy to upload content. And literally within a couple of clicks, you are selling products or services from a platform that made it super easy for you to do so. And look, I get it. This is why I jump on these platforms because I want to try them out and see, number one, not only what I can give you as far as feedback on these platforms, but if I'm being really honest, is there a platform out there that I'm not using yet that might be better than my own way? And if there is, I will humbly admit that. I am all for trying different platforms. I am all for trying different methods and different approaches to things. And so that was really my initial interest into Stan Store, is seeing all of these people that use it, and specifically creators that I'm good friends with or have known for some time. They transitioned over to Stan Store. So I was like, what is it over here that I'm maybe missing? And so I gave it a go. I did the free trial for 2 weeks and I decided I was going to go all in. I'm really swift and quick, especially with the help of my team, getting things transferred over and integrated very seamlessly. So we had everything uploaded and launched within, I believe, 48 hours. So I had a good amount of time on the platform to kind of catch the holes in the ship, if you want to say. We set sail, we were riding off to sea, and I started realizing where the holes were in my ship. And I did have the option of, grabbing my bucket and just throwing out the water on the side and figuring out a way to plug the hole. But at the end of the day, I came to realize that the way that I was going about it was working a lot more efficiently, effectively for me, and quite honestly, cost effectively for me. So if you are an entrepreneur that's getting started, one of the things that you want to be mindful of is how many overhead expenses do I have that are going to cost me in my business? And while investing in your business is key to scaling your business, sometimes there are expenses that can be better spent elsewhere to reduce that overhead cost that you have going out in your company or your brand or whatever you call yourself. So For that matter, this way that I'm going to share with you, I believe is more cost effective. And I'm going to break that down for you in different platforms. But here's why. Here's why people don't go the custom tech stack route. It's because it takes more time to set it up. And this is where they don't want to learn. And I get that. I was you. If you're listening and you're like, yeah, I know I've heard of these other platforms, but number one, like, why do I have to have multiple if it's all included in one? I get that. But to some extent, it is included all in one. There are missing features. There are hidden costs. There are limitations with all-in-one platforms that having maybe a couple other platforms integrated together would better provide you. So the thought of, it's not all in one. Okay, I get that. But then also the time that it takes to set it up, also maybe the time that it takes to like understand how to use it. Like I get there's that new user hesitation, especially when it comes to technology. Technology can be extremely overwhelming. And I understand that sometimes you're just like, oh, I don't know if I want to try this. It's a little intimidating. Like, what if I mess it up? But the truth is that's why you have people like myself that are here to help guide you and mentor you and actually integrate these things into your business for you. So if you are sitting there thinking, okay, by the end of this episode, you're thinking, man, I might want to just try this the other way and not use StanStore or not use whatever platform I'm using, then reach out to me. Let's have a conversation. Let's take a look at what you're doing. And I'll be fully honest with you, whether or not StanStore is your best fit or whatever platform you're using for that moment. Or if going a more custom tech stack route is better suited for you and how I might be able to help you execute that. Now, before I dive into all of this, I need to say this is not me bashing StanStore, okay? It is a great platform. But again, it is not always meant for the every entrepreneur. It's not one size fits all for everybody. And that is what I'm going to kind of explain to you today. And you can walk away from this episode determining whether or not StanStore is best for you. Okay. So let's talk about the custom tech stack advantage, right? So building out your custom tech stack. Well, you have more control and branding flexibility. Okay. That's always important to me. Now, even though platforms like StanStore do allow you to brand certain ways, you are limited to the ways that they allow you to brand. When you are doing your custom platforms and integrating it in your way and choosing platforms that allow for more advanced branding options, it aligns with your vision and your overall aesthetic a lot better, in my personal opinion. When it comes to platforms like ManyChat versus what StanStore uses, which is, I'm assuming, a tie-in to ManyChat. I didn't really go down the rabbit hole to see exactly what they're using, but ManyChat is your DM automation. So in StanStore, they allow you to set automations based on words that are commented on posts that you make. That is also what ManyChat does. However, ManyChat offers way more advanced features, way more advanced communication, contact filtering, contact labeling, cross-platform integrations, and it just allows for so much more. I was extremely limited with what StanStore offered. For example, I was not able to really collect information from the user within the DMs through StanStore. I was also not able to add more than 3 comments as a variety of comments that would go pop off after somebody comments the word like shop. And, you have a variety of different comments that will respond to that before a DM is sent to them. I also didn't have the ability to write out like a custom message. It pretty much just sent a link to my StanStore. I didn't have tagging capabilities to like tag and filter my leads. There was a lot of lacking features that ManyChat, the platform itself, provides. Then let's talk about ThriveCart. ThriveCart is my seamless process for making sales. This is where my checkout is. This is where my upselling platform is. This is where I sell my digital products. This is also where you can sell services. You can do online courses. There's a lot of things that you can do within ThriveCart. The benefit with ThriveCart is that it's a one-time purchase, a lifetime access to this platform, and it's one-time purchase. Now, is the purchase up front more expensive? Yes, we're going to get into all the pricing here in just a second. But the platform itself does all of the sales, does all of the sales pages, custom branding, custom, you can add videos in there, you can add buttons, you can customize the text, you can do digital offers, you can do services, you can do bump offers, you can have post sales pages, you can really build out funnels within ThriveCart that, quite honestly, StanStore doesn't provide. Then the next platform I'm going to talk about is Reclaim.ai. Now, this is wonderful for time management in general, but in relation to StanStore, what I would use Reclaim.ai for would be the bookings. So if you offer discovery calls, consultation calls, one-on-one calls, whatever type of bookings that you have people schedule with you, Reclaim.ai offers that as one of the features in that platform. What Reclaim.ai is it's an AI calendar tool that ties into Google Calendar that allows you to list tasks, habits, projects, whatever you want to create in there. And it basically uses time blocking methods where the AI tool within the platform it locates the task you just created, then finds an open space on your calendar and inputs that task in that space. So you could have a running list of 50 tasks every week, and Reclaim.ai will shuffle your calendar around. Not important meetings, not like static things on your already current calendar, but like the tasks that you integrate into it. It will shuffle your calendar around and find those block moments that you mark off as like working hours. If you mark off hours for personal hours, it won't put it there. You have full customization over your calendar, and it really works in such a cool way. It has saved me hours of time each week, but more importantly, it has made me way more productive. In fact, all of these tools that I'm mentioning today, if you head on over to eden.agency/tools, you will see all of the tools that I mentioned today, as well as links to get access to those tools at a discounted rate. So head on over to eden.agency/tools, and you can access all of these tools, again, at a discounted rate. Reclaim.ai, I love it. It allows me to have all my booking links, all of my calendar, keeps me on task, keeps me on time, allows people to schedule seamlessly and pop up into my calendar within a breeze, all right? The last thing I want to talk about is the cost comparison from like your website to ManyChat to ThriveCart to Reclaim.ai. And mind you, let me talk about website really quick. You can do a website on Wix, and literally I tested this. We wanted to test this to see how close could I get it to the actual design of StanStore templates that they provide you, right? Because that was one of the things that I loved a lot about StanStore is when people clicked on the link in bio, it would pop up, the site, their StanStore site, and it was just really clean. It looked really clean. The functionality was very easy, and I really did like that about StanStore. So I was like, how can we integrate that same design and that same functionality into a Wix store? Into a Wix website. It's actually very easy to do. And that, again, that's something else that working with me, we would be able to help you get that set up seamlessly and launched. So building out the link in bio aspect that looks exactly like StanStore can be accomplished through having your own website, whether it's Wix or not. It just depends on like the functionality and how you build it out. But now let's get into the cost comparison, because I know this is kind of where a lot of people are most interested in, because there are a lot of hidden costs. And when there's hidden costs, that's either not a bad thing, but can be a bad thing. More often than not, it's a bad thing. But then most importantly, with costs, there are features and limitations with those features depending on the platforms that you're choosing. So let's talk about it. Stan Store, their pro plan is $99 a month, around $1,188 a year if you do monthly. Now, if you do annually, which I always do with most subscriptions because you save money, but I understand it's not always feasible for people to do a one-time lump sum payment, but annually, instead of paying the $1,188 a year, you would only be paying $948 that year. So the alternative route, having these other platforms that I mentioned, okay, you would have Wix, which would be your website, which is around $17 a month, which is $204 a year, all right? Plus ThriveCart. For ThriveCart, for lifetime access, a one-time payment, okay? This is your sales, this is your funnel, this is your sales page, your post-sales page, your bump offers, everything like that. That is $495, a one-time payment. ManyChat, if you go with the basic price for minimal contacts is $15 a month, and you can survive on that for quite a while, especially if you're deleting unnecessary contacts. That's $180 a year. And then Reclaim.ai is $8 a month, around $96 a year. Let's put this all together, right? Stan Store, we're going to assume you're going to do the annual billing because it's cheaper. You save like $200. So if you do the annual billing, year one, you're going to pay $948, all right? And then year two, you're going to pay $948 because it's the same price every single year. Now, the alternative route, here, watch this, all right? Year one, because we're including the $495 for ThriveCart, that one-time payment, year one, you're going to pay $892. Now, in comparison to the $948 in year one with Stan Store, you're still saving $56. Now, in year two, with your alternative stack or tech stack, now that ThriveCart's already been purchased, you don't have to pay for that again. Year two, you're only spending $384. Where if you were using Stan Store, you would be spending $948 with a boatload of limitations. You're saving every year moving forward roughly $564 in your business. That's massive, especially for an entrepreneur, number one, that's just getting started and really doesn't like thrive and rise until maybe year three of their business because they're still in that building stage. Yeah, you have the rarities that like pop off within 3 months and they're like, I'm a millionaire, but like, let's be real. Let's be realistic here. You know, it takes some time to get up and going. So this alternative stack provides significant long-term savings, primarily due to ThriveCart's one-time payment model versus Stan Store's reoccurring fees. But after that initial investment, you're saving over $500 annually while maintaining more control and flexibility over your own business systems. Like, hello, sign me up. This is exactly why I was like, I'm good where I'm at. Like I was open to like flip-flopping, but I am really good where I'm at. So let's talk about an implementation strategy. So how would you go about implementing this without like blowing everything up in your business at the same time? All right. So you want to take like a step-by-step transition process. And again, please, if you are listening to this and you're like, holy crap, like I could be saving money, but I could still have the same thing. Whitney, we need to talk. Then talk to me. Reach out to me on Instagram. Send me a DM at Hey Whitney K, Hey, Whitney K, and reach out to me. And let's talk and see if this is your best route. And I'll be honest with you and tell you if it is or if it isn't. Or you can go to eden.agency/let's-work-together no, you know what? Disregard that. I can't even remember. That's confusion. Just go to Instagram. Just go to Instagram and hit Hey Whitney K. Wow, I should delete that out, but I'm not because that's actually funny that I don't even know that. But anyways, let's talk about the step-by-step transition process. Number one is build out, all right? You're going to want to build out the website landing page. You're going to then want to build up your ThriveCart sales pages for all your services and all your digital products. And then you're going to want to build out your Reclaim scheduling links. And that just means, set them up. Just get them set up in Reclaim.ai. Then you're going to go into the connection phase. This is where you connect your payment platform like Stripe to your ThriveCart. This is where you connect your Google Calendar to Reclaim.ai. This is where you connect the buttons on your website's landing pages to the sales pages within ThriveCarts and your scheduling links. And then you're going to go through a test run. You're going to proofread all your content. Then you're going to test it across different browsers. And then you're going to verify that all of the integrations are working. And once you've done all of that, you're pretty good to launch. But some of the common pitfalls that you're going to want to avoid is rushed implementation. All right. Trying to implement everything at once instead of taking a phased approach is going to hurt you rather than help you. You're not allowing enough testing time before you actually go live. A lot of people sometimes even avoid the testing and they're like, I'm just going to plug the holes in my ship once it starts sinking after I launch. And don't do that. Try to test it as many times or send it off to people and have them test it for you. The cool thing about ThriveCart too is with all of their sales pages and funnels, they actually have a testing phase. So you can run through it as a customer, enter a credit card number that they give you, which is completely fake, just to test the process. I love that about ThriveCart. The next thing is you don't want to disrupt your client's experience during the transition. Nothing is more annoying than a client going to your link in bio and it shows that Stan Store doesn't even work, or Stan Store works, but your buttons don't work because you've disconnected your booking platform and your scheduler and you're working on Reclaim AI and they're like, hey, well, I can't book with you. So if you disrupt the process, you have the potential to disrupt your sales because people are falling through the cracks. Another, common pitfalls are system integration issues. So not properly connecting all the tools in the tech stack properly. I just said properly twice. Again, this is where I can help you. So reach out to me. You can lose important data during a migration. So if you have collected a lot of contact information and you haven't properly exported that to where you can import that into your new platforms, that's something that you need to be very careful about. And then honestly, just poor communication about changes that affect your clients. Let them know you're transitioning. It is okay for you to be like, hey, I'm moving in a different direction. I'm trying something new. And this is kind of what we're doing. So if you experience hiccups, they're well aware of that ahead of time. And then really let's lastly just touch on your return on investment and the results that you can see from possibly creating your own tech stack if you haven't already seen value in this already. Number one, it's time saved, all right, through automation and through having platforms that talk together seamlessly, and quite honestly, more automation than what Stan Store itself provides you. So you're going to eliminate the manual lean tracking process by 5 to 7 hours per week is what you're going to be saving. It's crazy. It's crazy. Automating your client onboarding also, if you consider that on top of it, reduces your admin time alone by roughly 3 to 4 hours per client. If you're signing 5 clients a week, but you are manually doing your onboarding process and you don't have any type of automation set up for it, just immediate headache. The next thing is scheduling. Having a streamlined scheduling process through a platform like Reclaim.ai saves you on average 2 to 3 hours a week. On average. And then the cost reduction that you're going to see alone. I get that all these platforms that are all in one, they sound great and wonderful, and essentially they can be and they are for certain people. But if you're looking to save money and reduce those overhead expenses, but also still accomplish the same thing with more customization and more features to be able to better serve your business and your clients at the end of the day, why not? Why not? And that just goes into improved client experiences. I want to make sure that I am offering the best things for my clients. And God love all the people that have just stuck with me through the years. You know, one of my pitfalls is trying different platforms. It's like I need to go to like Platforms Anonymous because I have a problem because I always want to try what's out there so I can do these type of like podcasts or give you all this information. It's just so important because I wish somebody would have done it for me so I didn't have to do all this. But now I've become obsessed with doing it. So here we are. So it's just being able to provide a more seamless experience for my followers and for my family and my clients is just so incredibly important to me. So if you're ready to streamline your business systems without breaking the bank, then hop on a quick call to create a custom tech strategy for you by just going on over to Instagram, finding me at Hey Whitney K, giving me a follow, sending me a DM. Let's connect and let's turn your business chaos into flipping clockwork, people. Thanks for taking the time to listen in to today's episode on Uno Mas Podcast. What can you do to support the show moving forward? Well, you can subscribe on your favorite platform, leave a review or a rating because it's your reviews that matter most and it's your reviews that help us get the show discovered by new listeners. And don't forget to share this episode with your friends, family, and followers on all your social media accounts, tagging me at The Whitney K or at Uno Mas Podcast for a spotlight feature on our social platforms. Now, if you're a female entrepreneur who's ready to ditch the overwhelm, stream your business operations, and create a brand that deeply resonates with your audience, it's time to take the next step. Visit Eden with an IDEN.agency to learn more about my strategic synergy partnership, a personalized one-on-one partnership experience where we'll work together to implement the tools, systems, and strategies you need to scale with confidence, save time, and achieve sustainable growth. Don't wait. Your business deserves clarity, efficiency, and success. So let's make it happen together.